Hello, Aries. Welcome to fellow fire season. Hopefully y'all are feeling it. Beautiful trine going to be happening against your suns, moons, ascendants over the course of the next year with Jupiter. It's going to be beautiful, amazing. And there's so much to look forward to. Oh, and here you are coming out in a wonderful Aries fashion. And there is reason to be optimistic. Yes, we have Mars coming through through Pisces in your 12th house. Like, I get that. That's going to be an intense placement or an intense transit for you. There may be some confusion and you may just be like, screw it, I'm just going to have a good time. And I think that's a really wonderful attitude to have. This actually being a card of Sagittarius, right? Being free-spirited, being aggressive in your goals, and kind of just like not caring that much about what anyone thinks and just doing what makes you happy. No apologies, no obligations, no needs, no nothing. Just go. So this is a great way to start. Okay, so let's see what else comes out here. Knight of Wands. What else for Aries for December 2018? King of Wands reversed. Three of Coins reversed. So, why is this happening? Who is this person? First of all, if it's a version of you, right? Like sometimes when I get cards like this, the one that's upright is kind of the image that we're projecting outwards, and the one reversed is kind of what's going on inside. So if this is just you, okay, be careful that you're not abdicating your responsibilities and letting people down. That's all I'm going to say about that, okay? It is important for you to still like function, right? Even though there's kind of this like, I want to go, I want to move, I just want to have a good time kind of thing. That's fine. You can do that. But you also do need to take care of the people that you love. And because you have such a big heart, and like, again, I love my Aries people, like you are at least the Aries people I know are very responsible. And, you know, they do make a point to be there. So sometimes when you're feeling overwhelmed, you can be like, oh, like I'm done. I can't always be there. I can't always be the one that you rely on. That may not apply to all of you. For others of you, this is someone else, right? This is a potential lover or a current lover, right? It's a business partnership, whatever. But there's someone that you're looking at and being there for who is probably not really carrying their weight. They're not doing their part in this connection. You need to know and you need to understand, and we'll clarify this guy in the comprehensive. You need to understand that this person there's an ego at play here. It's an unhealthy manifestation of an ego, right? Self-serving. When a King of Wands comes out upside down, it's like, it's the card of Leo, right? So the Leo archetype comes out and says, well, this is me, this is me, this is me. And I just need what I need. And there's not a lot of that beautiful giving that Leo can also be associated with. It's not really like that. There is kind of a taking quality going on here. And with the Three of Coins reverse coming out, there's some weirdness. Where's the communication? Where's the collaboration? Where's the connectivity? Where's the spark? You know, where's the practical application of this connection? Where are you guys going? What is this all for? Like, all these questions are things that might be really coming up for you guys, you know? So it's important for you to just analyze and to not beat yourself up, because I think a lot of this stuff doesn't really have that much to do with you. Can I say that? It doesn't really have that much to do with you. They've just got their own stuff going on up here, and maybe they haven't done as much inner work. You know, I know that my audience is higher vibrational, right? I know that because I'm really now knowing what that means, and I'm growing my own vibration, right? So I know that the people that I'm circulating with now are doing the inner work just like me, because that's what happens. We attract the people that we are. And so here you are doing all this inner work, this self-analysis, psychoanalysis even. You're growing, you're changing, you're becoming. And when you see someone that's not doing that, there's sometimes a judgmental quality of like, well, how could you not be doing that? Right? How could you not be thinking about that? And be careful, just be careful. They're just not as up there as you are. I'm not saying anyone's better or worse, because you were likely there at one point as well. And that's where growth happens, from the bottom up. You have to go like this. My camera will adjust. There we go. So let's see. You're still there for them. You're still looking at them. You're still willing to help. You're still willing to be there for them. Sure. Justice. Nine of Coins. The universe always comes back to equilibrium, no matter what. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, 100%. And when you emit something, positivity, excitement, joy, abundance, when you emit that, that's what comes back. That's what justice is, evening the scales. Because when you have something going out, in order for the universe to kind of meet that middle ground, it's got to bring something in. Like the tides. It's got to go one way, and then the next day it's got to go the next. And we see that all the time in our life. Sometimes it's hard for us to make that correlation because we're so focused on just like our everyday, and we're so conditioned for instant gratification that a lot of times that give and take just kind of goes right by us. We don't even realize it's happening, but it's happening. It's a law of the universe. And I'm wondering if this relationship actually, like there's an observing quality. It's weird. I'm kind of like here looking. Here you are, looking, bounding, leaps and bounds toward the King of Wands. In a way, I feel like there's a helping quality, like Aries. I really want to help this person. I really want to show them. I really want to guide them. But see, the problem is that I don't know that they're ready to hear. And again, we'll clarify that in the comprehensive. But when they're kind of in that almost like a victim kind of state, it's really hard for anyone. There's really not a lot anyone can say that's going to get them to snap out of that, It's really hard, really, really hard. But you can try. Interesting that this is coming out. It's very similar to the Pisces reading. Nine of Coins, sort of bridging the gap or connecting the two of you. So these are the two cards connecting, and we'll show you in the comprehensive too, connecting the King and the Knight. And I think this Knight of Coins is you. It's your self-reliance. It's your independence. It's your sense of being. And you make no apologies for what you've done. And that's great. You shouldn't. Is this a lead by example situation where you're like, look, King of Wands, come on, let's go. You can do this too. If I can do it, you can do it. You have to be the Nine of Wands though, in order for them to see it. And you can't, like I said, you can't make them snap out of this. They're in their kind of fog, their kind of haze. And the more you try to tell them what to do, the less likely they're going to do it, because they're already feeling depleted and they're already feeling maybe emasculated, male or female, irrelevant. They're already feeling emasculated. So you have to just be that thing that you're hoping that they can be, because you know they can be, you can be. So if you can just be that, then maybe they'll catch on. Maybe they will start doing the work. Maybe. Judgment. Interesting, Judgment and Justice coming out. I don't often see those two cards coming out together. It's not like a pairing. But they do go well together, because when you think of justice, there's always a judgment at the end of that, right? Let's look at the Seven of Cups that just came out first, though. things are weird. I know, Mars and Pisces, I know things are weird. Mars is going to come in contact with Neptune in the next month or so, maybe less than that even. And so when Mars comes in contact with Neptune, it does just like, where is this going? So don't be surprised when you start asking yourself those questions. It is a phase. It will fade rather quickly. Maybe after a couple weeks, it'll start to phase out. It's fine. Just let it come, let it go. You don't have to act on this. In fact, I recommend that you don't. I recommend you sort of set yourself firm and steady. Focus on this for yourself and let this pass you by. They're going to get caught up in this. They're going to get caught up in it big time. And you need to be the stable force here. Are you the grown-up? I'm getting like a grown-up vibe. You're like the adult here in this just for a little while. It always switches, you know. But for right now, you're the adult. You're the grown-up. And, you know, a child or an immature person or someone who is just simply not as evolved. You don't have to be so judgmental. And I know I'm getting a little judgmental because I'm a Virgo. But, you know, simply the compassion of being like they just don't see it. And they haven't had the experience yet to see it. And they haven't been shown or taught, you know. And unfortunately, in this world of information, we're like, well, how can they not know? They have to look inside. How can they not know? Especially the spiritual community. Like with all the stuff on YouTube, how is it possible that people still don't know? But they still don't. You know, like for me, I go through my Instagram account and it's all about higher consciousness stuff. Like that's my entire feed. It's all positivity. It's all motivational, inspirational stuff. That's it. That's all I look at. And so for me, I'm like, well, doesn't everyone see, you know, you forget that there's like this algorithm and there are still people just like only looking at cars and there are still people only looking at like hot girls, you know, like you have to understand that different spaces, they're going to get lost and you're going to need to provide the grounding. You don't have to sacrifice your life for this though. Like, do your success. Be how awesome you are. Go make money. Go live your life. Go be with your friends. Their progress is not your responsibility. You can guide them. I just learned this. Did you guys know that the word guru, like the word goo, I think goo, right, is darkness, and ru is dispeller, to dispel the darkness. And it is simply the role of a guru to shed light on things. And that is it, right? You cannot make anyone see the light. You cannot make anyone accept the light. But in a way, are you taking on this guru quality? Okay, and here you are doing your thing, living by example, going from the 8 of coins to the 9 of coins. And just, first of all, you're setting yourself up for success, which is great. So it's not like you're putting yourself on the back burner at all. There's no self-sacrifice here at all. And, you know, it's just, you just have to kind of sit and hope that they'll see. And we'll hopefully clarify and see whether or not they will see in the comprehensive as we clarify that guy. Oh, I forgot to talk about judgment. The enlightenment, the dispeller of darkness. I don't need, no more words. That's it. That's fine. We don't need to go further into that. So here we have the Piscean weirdness. And it gets weird. It does. Oh, Hanged Man, you have to just let it be. Aries, you have no control here. There's absolutely none. You have to relinquish. You have to surrender. And that's going to be hard because I know you're cardinal. I know you like to grab the reins and you like to do stuff. I know. And I know you want to force them to see. Maybe they will. Maybe. Hopefully. I hope they do for your sake. I hope they do. I hope they come out of it. And I hope the two of you come out of it together. And I hope that there is this feeling of rejuvenation and rebirth that comes from this experience. Especially, it's probably going to come after the weirdness, right? Once the weirdness settles and the ego kind of like dissipates throughout the course of December, then they're going to be like, okay, I need to like fix this because I just maybe my ego just totally got obliterated. Maybe my work environment just totally, something changed and I realize I don't have control, so I need to like fix something. So maybe there will be a trigger that happens. Maybe that's how this occurs. There's a trigger in their life, there's a trigger in your relationship that gets you guys out of this funk. Hanged Man is one of delay and suspension. You cannot force this. The only way through this is through it. Do you understand? That you can't go over it, you can't go around it. You have to just go through it. And time is, really in the driver's seat here. New perspectives come online with the Hanged Man. It's important for enough time to dispel between the present moment and the situation so that those dots can get connected properly. When you're in the midst of it, you tap into this whole like, I don't know what this is all about. And then in the future, we can always look back. This is hindsight is 2020. Okay, well now I can see if it wasn't for this person and this situation, then this wouldn't have happened and I wouldn't be here. And we can do that whole thing. Faith in the fact that hindsight is 2020 is important sometimes too. We'll clarify the Seven of Cups and see what that's about. 3 more cards, and then we'll call it a day. 4 of Cups. I see you not getting super emotionally invested, which is good. I see you not stressing, which is also good. I see you feeling like, okay, well, I've done what I've done. I'm going to be this, and that's it. No attachment here. This is really mature of you. I'm super happy this is coming out. Now, the other cards that came out, to finalize the reading, the Hierophant weirdly is making an appearance this month, and I think that's because we're needing to really stick to our core values, our understanding of what our soul is, like all this stuff that we've learned over the course of the past 12 years since Jupiter has done his whole thing around the zodiac. We've been on a roller coaster. You've been no exception. Uranus has been in your sign for the past, I don't even know how long, 12 years, 15 years, however long. Obliterated your sense of self. Who are you? Up, down, left, right, changing careers, all this stuff, all this randomization. And now I really am hoping you guys are feeling this calm. You're feeling this sense of maturity just kind of washing over you because you've been watching yourself now lately for the past 7-8 months, maybe longer than that for some of you. You've been watching yourself and you've been seeing how this is all coming together. What did I say about connecting the dots, right? You're seeing how it's all coming together in this nice, pretty little package, and you're like, oh, that really is supposed to be my life. Oh, my soul really is supposed to learn that. Oh, okay. And you just accept it. And the Hermit reversed suggests a place of learning, being in a constant state of learning, which goes so well with this Sagittarian Knight of Wands quality. There is the philosopher element. Philosophers always thinking, always changing their minds, always seeing things from new perspectives, and always having an open mind, right? There's no judgment here at all. There is no room for judgment, okay? Especially because this is a Virgo quality. And when we have Virgo energy coming out, it can be really harsh sometimes. It can drive other people to a point of unrealistic expectations and all of that. But when it's reversed, it takes a break. And it says, your learning is their learning. You must learn to see things from other perspectives. You must see things from their seat. And you've reached new levels of empathy, which is why I think you're there for them. You're still there for them. No one's leaving, no one's changing, no one's moving. There can be impatience and annoyance and irritability, fine, but you're there for them as much as you are there for yourself. And That's a new thing for you guys. Because usually it's like one way or the other. There for yourself or there for them, and really not a lot of balance. But I think you're finding that equilibrium. You are. I'm excited for you. That's amazing. So lots to talk about in the comprehensive, you guys. Lots. So hopefully I'll see you there. I also started a new YouTube channel, which is totally different from this one in that I just talk about a lot of my personal experiences of things that I'm learning. I'm going to be sharing a lot of books that I've been reading. I have several videos up there already if you want to catch up, talking about my health, my spirituality, and just all kinds of stuff that I come across. And I'm going to be sharing everything with you. I'd love to see you guys there. Also Instagram, I'm doing some fun things on there. I'm thinking about doing like a guided meditation for 30 days to see, just if you guys want to participate in that, could be fun. And yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead and move on into the rest of the cards. Hope to see you guys there. Thanks.